Yo, okay, got it all cleaned up as far as the breeze and all that. So we got a nice clean work area. Worked out a pretty good angle for you all to be able to see. Got my trusty Dremel. Y'all already know this one. This is the 8250 brushless. Lowe's is where you can get this at. Top of the line, wireless. I bought a new metal cutter, premium. I will put the part number right here, or the product number. A lot of good reviews. Wanted something I had to play no games with. And we're about to give it a shot here. We're going to start. I'm going to start right here. Let me see here. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and start right here. I'm going to cut back here and right here. I decided to go around the stud. Don't worry about the stud. This is the route we're going to take. That's the route we're going to take. And back. It's only about this area here, then we should better pull it back, okay? Alright, round one. Fight! Let's go right here. Sparks flying. Yo, welcome back to his garage, his garage, EA's garage. Last night I was out working, pulled up to the stop, picked up what I need to pick up, got back in the vehicle, started it up, ran for about 5 seconds, shut off. Started again, ran for about 3 seconds, shut off. Till finally, but won't turn over. Long story short, diagnostic, final diagnostic. Took some visual aid because I be forgetting stuff. Starter fluid, sprayed in the intake, it started up. It's what me and Mark, the tow truck driver, suspected. Fuel pump. We're over 150,000 miles, so that's not that the Mopar Chrysler's crap. This has been a great vehicle. Things like this began to happen after the life of a car. If you don't know, for the rookies, the life of a car is about 150,000 miles. That's when you're going to start having mostly suspension issues, but you'll also have parts breaking down. So got the new fuel pump. Delphi makes the fuel pump, if you don't know. Part FG0855. We'll show that again probably later in this video. You have two options. Drop the fuel tank, huge headache, or you can cut through the floorboard because greedy people decided not to make an easy access panel. Y'all saw my Prime video where I showed you all my fuel tank lock ring. I'm going to use that over here, but I decided because I don't have the time to get this done, I'm going to cut through the floorboard, take that shortcut to get to the fuel pump using my Dremel tool. With that, I'm also, only thing about doing that is you'll need to reseal it. I was going to get some caulk, but I decided to finally try this flex tape. Y'all probably seen infomercials on this. I've decided to finally give this a shot. I think it'll be appropriate for my particular application. The main thing is you don't want the fumes to get back into your cabin, and it says airtight seal as well, moisture tight seal, so that should prevent that. If not, I can always get some caulk to make up for any cracks. This was about $10 less than getting the gun and the sealant, so I said let me give this a shot to save some money. I already had to spend more on this. Got this from Napa because Rock Auto was going to take a couple of days to get here. I don't have a couple of days, so still got a discount today, $100 off from an online promotion, so I've got that. And I'm going to walk you through the whole thing. It's raining, as you can see. I've got my, let me show you here. Got my setup here, my little base camp, so that I can continue to work. Try to get this done in about 2 hours. So as you can see, you got the rain. So you can see me. So yes, that's what we're doing. A lot of it, I don't see any videos online taking you step by step per usual. People, you know, show you after the fact because they're also kind of learning themselves after it's already done. I'm going to have you follow me through the whole process when I cut it and everything, so that you can see when I'm taking out the seat, because you got to get this back seat out. You got to disconnect the battery, back seat out, then cut into it, then we replace the pump. So I'm going to take you through all of that, okay? And this will be the definitive video for cutting through the floorboard, the shortcut to the Durango fuel pump, all-wheel drive GT 2017. Again, things I wish I would have knew, but this one's going to be literally as I do it for the first time. So stay tuned. Y'all should enjoy this one. I predict this video to get a lot of likes. Balling on a budget, people. So please like, share, subscribe. It helps me to pay for things like this. Okay. With that, we're going to get started. VAME. Yo, first things first, disconnect the negative battery terminal. It is the fuel pump is in the gas tank, so you don't want that shock factor. I forgot what you called this, but you gotta disconnect this now. They put it on the new battery, so I forgot what that's called. Forgive me. So you can also move this screw and get it off the negative terminal. So let's loosen that up. First, take the nut off. I'll leave that right here on the carpet. I think. Now we're going to put this on top of the battery. Take this off. That's what gives it the power. Then you can remove. You can disconnect this little connector back here that you may not be able to see, but it's not really important because that's the power right there. So I'm just going to take this off. Let me show you. This all will come off together. This part is fastened together, see, and that's it. Step 1, 10mm nut. Don't forget to disconnect the negative battery cable. VAME. Yo, okay, now when it comes to the back seat, it's underneath the second row is where it is, okay, not the third row. 3-row seating, this is underneath the second row. Well, that red tab, you already know how to do that. Here's our issue. We need to get to this bolt right here so that we can slide this out and lift this seat up. It's 2 bolts. One here. So we'll see what I'm doing here to you. One here, one here. One goes across, one goes across. You don't have to take out the whole back seat. You can take it out together actually. You can lift both of them up. Take the 14, take the 14, take the whole thing out. I don't have the space and it's raining. So I want to just take out the one, set it up on my 3rd row, and that way I can get to work because it's under here. Oh, and I just realized that I've got this running underneath the back. So it doesn't come this high though, if I'm not mistaken. It just comes right here. But before you can do that, well, I'll get to that in a second. You got this plastic, all this little plastic stuff comes off. So you got to put it back down. This right here is going to separate, it's going to separate. And you got to take off this side piece, which is covering, see that? It's covering up everything you need to get to. So pull that side piece up. Don't worry, this is where your audio people go when they're wiring your car up for your 808s. Okay, pull that side piece up. Not that side piece, you gooners. And now there's a wire right there in there. No, but now you can see what's going on. That's not, we're not going to mess with this one, this bolt here. But that's so we can get to this carpet when it's time to. We move all that plastic. We're going to pull this carpet and stuff back. Oh, there's some plastic here. There's some plastic there, y'all. Oh, I gotta do some exploring because this is plastic. If I was gonna see metal, and I see plastic. So I will let you all know here. So let me see. Oh, I just got tools and stuff in the back already. So let's see what I can do without moving anything else first. Let's see, this pops up here. That's just a connector that I'm not sure will be necessary to disconnect. I don't know yet. So since I don't know if that's going to be necessary just yet, I will leave it. I will try to leave it here. Let's see, where's that go? Go right there. I'm going to try to leave it since I don't know if it's necessary. Okay, now we're going to move this front piece. We get that by putting the seat back down. My plastic is in the way now, so it doesn't want to latch. Okay, now we gotta take out the front piece here. I've got these covers. Let's have a bit more covers everywhere. Wait for a second. And yeah, that helps this free up some. It's connected all the way across, so I see now. 1 second. Let's see how much this is connected. I think this goes all the way underneath my center console. And it's looking like it does. So that being the case, well, I think I'll get this one. That's connected. I love you. Just a minute. Yo, quick update. So first and foremost, I can pull this back far enough. As you can see, that connector I told you about, right here, you do have to disconnect that little panel I took off. Don't worry about taking that panel off, because as you can see, you can get to it here and leave that intact. So that's disconnected now. Uh-oh, like something. Oh no, it didn't. That's disconnected. That does run up to the seat right here. That's where the wire runs up to the seat. And yeah, it wraps around the little front there of the seat. So it'll come off now when we take this off. So I've got access to this one. So we're trying not to hit this piece of plastic, taking this off so it won't stop that bolt. So we need this to go forward, but the seat's stopping it in this position. So I'm about to let it down, trying to figure out a way, because this plastic runs all the way across. Got to figure out a way to remove it. Worst case scenario, I will cut this out. Y'all know how I do it. I'll just cut this piece of plastic and just call it a day. Because again, time's of the essence, and I ain't got time to play around with this thing. Let's see. Last owner left us a surprise. It's a new rubber band. Subscribe to the channel, like this video and say rubber band, and I will give you a free rubber band. Alright, gotta have a sense of humor around here, fellas. Bummer. Yo, so all I did is I pulled the plastic forward. I just pulled it forward and I lifted the seat up. Okay, I didn't do anything special. Pulled the little plastic on the front forward. As you can see, now we got space, and I lifted the seat up, so it's just holding the plastic. You can see the plastic moving. It's just holding it. Okay, nothing special. Now I can unscrew these two bolts freely. There's no plastic blocking them, and we can pull the seat out. You don't have to take the plastic off across the whole thing. All right, so now let's see what size that is. Bummer. Yo, 15. This is a 15 millimeter socket will get it done. Let's try regular. Let's try 3/4 socket first. Yeah, That'll get it done. I want to work evenly. So let me do this one as well. Yeah, no problem there. Now instead of fight with this, let me see if I can get my electric ratchet. I have my electric ratchet here. Alrighty. Makes things a lot easier, saves time. Cobalt, y'all know how I do it. Make sure we're going off. Make sure we're going off so we don't have to go off. You feel me? You feel me? Okay, you don't feel me. Tough crowd. Alright. These bolts are loose. This is what it looks like when doves cry. Just put that over here. Same thing on this side. Screw it all the way off. Should be fun to put back. Alright. It's out. Okay. We'll just lift the seat out and put it back here. Give me just a second so I can, this camera's in my way. Yo, I forgot one thing, y'all. It's got a little, you know, gas strut right here. Gotta take this plastic off to get to the gas strut. It's a hex right there, and it's a little hex right there. So let me get the right hex size. We gotta take this plastic off so we can. There's no other way to get to it unless you cut this off, which you don't want to do that. Mess up your seat like that. So let me find the hex and get that off, and then we'll be able to pull the seat on out. Yo, it's not a hex, it's a star. So those are little star screws. Let me grab a star screw. It's not a hex. Yo, so it's a star. Alright. Star. Alright, let me figure out which size and we'll be able to screw this out. Yo, so the hex took it right out. It sits in this little recessed socket, so if you got a little magnet, use that to get your little screw out, okay? This should pop off now. 1 second. Get y'all in the right spot. Alright, this should pop off now. Let's see here. Pull it back up just a little bit. Alright. Unless we are further attached. Might be further attached. Hold up. Definitely gonna have to turn this into its own video. Let me figure this out. Lala. Yo. So this little panel, let me zoom in, is holding another star screw. Alright, at the top of the seat here. It's a little panel here. Just pop that off with your little panel popper or whatever. And it's holding a little star screw that's protecting, I guess, the rip cord. But you gotta, this plastic is being held by that. So, let's remove that. Same size. Let's get that out of there. Okay. Now, we'll see if it's gonna let us remove this or not. Get all back taste. Give you a different angle there. All right, should have balanced pretty well. All right, let's see if it'll come off now.
Hard to find a little entry. Hard to find a place to pull. It's not blocking anything. Hard to find a place to separate these. Okay, I've got my fingers in here. There we go. Got something. We got something, boss. It's fastened pretty good, y'all. Fastened pretty good. Gotta make sure I'm not pulling something else. I don't think so. I think I got everything.
So this is not attached to this. This is a secondary part. I think I just need to man up and pull harder on it. Yep. Man up.
Just man up. You always want to vary your intensity, though. Let it be a lesson, though. Don't pull as hard as you can at first, because you'll break something. Just level your intensity up slowly. Swallow your pride. So that's coming off. It's just hard to get some leverage to pull at this thing. Yeah, it's hard to get leverage to pull at it.
I'm moving, that's moving the whole thing there. Hold up. I just pulled the whole thing now.
I don't want to. This one. There we go. Okay. Yeah, just more strength. And this is gonna, I'm trying to see if I want to do it this way or not. I try to leave as much together as I can. Let me show y'all this. So this is what we got going. That's what we're getting off right there. See? So once that lets go, then we can pull the seat on out. This is just a screwdriver. I don't have a screwdriver. I do have one, but I'm not going to use it. I'm going to use this. Anything will do. I showed you that on my, look up my hood strut video. Or I don't know if it's a video or short, but you'll see it. Same process, exact same process for all these gas lifters. All I did was pop it. You don't need to see that. It's common sense, trust me. I don't have my headlamp on right now, y'all. It's okay. I mean, this is stuff y'all can pretty much tell what's going on. Just pop that out. It's real simple, okay? And now, for my next trick, you are about to see the back seat be moved. Alrighty.
Plastic intact. What's that? Just want to make sure I ain't breaking nothing. There you go. Back seat is out.
Let's put it on the third row for now.
There we are. Wish I had time to do more cleaning, but I really don't. I hate seeing all those chips and dirty floors in these YouTube videos, but people are pressed for time, so. Good news is it's not raining right now, y'all.
FYI. Whew. Rain stopped, but it is hot, hot, hot. So it's that muggy. Let me see if I can move this while it's not raining. Yeah. Just gonna move this to the side while it's not raining for a moment. Barely a sprinkle. Probably saw it light up. Just move my tarp a bit so I can get a little more air. Okay, so now we are in business. Let's see. Don't know what I'm going to have to move. There's a lot of carpeting here. Back panel goes all the way around there. Let's see what y'all see. When I say I don't know I gotta move means I'm here, okay? I'm trying to figure out, because this is where we're trying to get to. This is where it's supposed to be located. Fuel pumps is supposed to be under here. So about to pull this carpet back. Let me see if I can switch the camera around. Yo. Let's see. I need this to flip. Alright, now you can see. Okay. Leave it there for just a minute. It flips when I do that. I don't want to flip. Okay. I'm just trying to see. Hopefully all that wasn't in vain. I don't have to do more work. Camera's in a bad spot. Hold on. Camera's in a bad spot. Let's go with that. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, it's looking like, yeah, they got this sealed up pretty good. They put their own caulk on here. Oh man. It looks like I'm about to pull this plastic piece off of here. This is just a connector that they've got fastened down there. But it's looking like I think one brother cut this. Let me pause just so I can think. I don't want to put y'all with too much extra. Okay, yo. Just so you can see this, I need to pull this up. I'll just demonstrate how I did it. This is fastened to this cross rail, okay? You need to pull that up. So if I'm trying to get to this carpet, I want to fold this carpet up and back. But it's got two little fasteners. So put one hand. Can't see me. Ooh. Okay, let me just film this one this way. Let's do it this way. Alright. Put one hand here and one hand here and then pull really hard. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Seat's not out the way, but you see that? You got to pull really hard because it's fastened in. Alright, it will lift up though. See those two holes under there? It will lift up. Probably the same thing in the back. You can see it's fastened. So I'm probably going to end up having to pull my little back thing off here, get it out the way to get this in, more than likely. But that's going to give us some more leeway. See, now you can see where that plastic piece runs all the way across, what I was talking about. Yeah, it runs all the way across there. With that up, if necessary, I can definitely just break off the other side of the plastic so we can get this carpet folded back. But I'm hoping I can just raise this up, and that'll be enough. No, zero leverage, by the way. Zero leverage on this thing. Not that like on this side. This side, you got something blocking. Oh, I think that's just mine. That's this. That's this thing. That's me blocking it. So. All right, let me figure out how to get that up. Probably just pull hard, but let me get my stuff out the way. So yes, I got one. It is pulled really, really hard. Really hard. I moved my up, as you can see, the back seat is up. Gotta switch sides. I was able to leverage. Let me switch sides. Oh. Ew. All right, let's try from this way. That's cracked. Crap. Whatever got it down so tight, it just cracked. Let's see. I'm gonna check what's under here. Yo, y'all know how this goes. Things I wish I would have knew. I was using my crowbar to get some leverage directly on the spot. Plastic is broken under here. Look what I discovered, y'all. What? That's why. Aren't you glad you watched this channel? Comment smarter, not harder, and hit that like button. Aren't you glad you watched this channel? So that's where I was cracking the plastic. You had to pull that, and then you can, it's probably on a different channel. I didn't check. I just went to pulling, y'all, to be honest with you. Those look like, those look like maybe 10s. Let's see what size we got on those. Got a 10. Or 11. This is a 10. 10. It is a 10. I'm tripping. It's a 10. Okay. So yes. Yes, y'all, and it don't stop. So I broke my plastic a little bit. Not so much that it's noticeable though. So resale value don't hurt too much. All right, let's switch over to the ratchet. Like magic. Rise. Rise. I command you to rise. There you go. Like I said, it's probably on another channel somewhere. Probably in your user manual. I just did not check. Plastic is still decent enough to hold it down. As you can see there. It's decent enough to hold it down, so it'll be all right. The crack isn't even noticeable unless you flex it, so they wouldn't, and the next owner won't even notice that probably. All right, that's for the back seat people to view and admire. Okay, put that there. Now, all right, that was all so I could just get to the carpet easy. Okay, that's what that was for. Now, Now I can, as you can see, get to this carpet. Speaking about money, and the money appears. Okay. Alright, there it is. Shangri-La. So, yeah, this carpet though, I'm probably gonna have to, let's see if that's gonna be enough room. That'll probably be enough. Oh, I just went for it. I didn't want that. It's right under here. I may see if I can pull that off from under there. Need to roll it just a little bit more. But this is supposed to be under here. I wonder. Mine looks different than what I saw in the video. This is a piece of plastic here that's, it fastens, it runs. Alright, let me see what my next move is. Get y'all a view of that, what's going on. Better view anyway. Let me see what my next move is here, and we'll be right back, because I'm wondering if I don't have to remove this plastic or not, and I just need to cut right there. That's what I'm hoping for. If not, this is 1, 2, 3, but it runs underneath here a little bit. I don't know how far it runs underneath there, I don't know. So I may have to move this to cut. I don't know. Let me study just for a little bit here. I'll be right back. Hello. Yo, okay. This does not run too far in either direction. So it's a 10. These little plastic, they're little plastic rivets, but they're 10s. Make sure I got everything. I don't lose nothing. 1, 2. That's recessed. A extension. La. Just need an extension because it's recessed. Okay, little plastic rivets, plastics, nuts basically. Okay, and you use your popper tool. These little, I showed you these, but these little plastic pieces here. Probably use my popper tool. Let me grab my little popper real quick. Alright, this is this little popper tool just to evenly pull this plastic up and try to break it. There we go. Ain't that easy. Remember that those two I pointed out earlier? Now this should come right up, except for it's being held by this plastic. I can get my finger out of the way. Might be a bit of a bugger to get back in here. Same thing over here. It doesn't wrap around the seat, but it does go underneath the metal just a little bit. Let's see here. Gotta pop it out of this place. me make sure it's not screwed into anything. Let me make sure. No, it's not screwed into anything. Just gotta separate it from this bottom metal piece here. That's what I want to see. Just gotta get it to separate. Again, trying to be gentle but firm. Got a whole panel that I don't want to have to disconnect. So maybe I won't. Maybe I won't. See if I can leave it back here like this. That'll be in my way. Oh, you're probably rattling. I really don't want to pull this last piece, but it looks like it's going to stay out of the way, except for the strut is in the way. And I really don't want anything in my way. But I gotta focus when I do this cutting. Oh, come on. Slick piece here, man. Cut here, here. What are you holding on to, buddy? Okay. Oh, there's one last. Okay. There's one last plastic. One last plastic screw. That's why it's not moving. Okay, let me show you. Right here. It's one last plastic screw down in here. Can y'all see that? Deep down in the recessed off in there. Yeah, so it's one more screw, plastic screw in there. That we gotta get to. That's what's holding us up. I got it or not. I don't think I did. No, I don't think I did. Okay. There we go, I got that time. Like I said, this should be fun to put back on. Tough to get to. There we go, got it. And now this should come out the way it's supposed to. Now that I freed it. Ouch. There we go, yeah. So it was being held down by that. See that little? That's what it's being held to. So that was the problem. Problem solved. Now we are. This is what I want to see. This is what we want to see right here. I want to start my cut here. And then run my cut that was a deceased one here. run my cut. It's kind of picking up. It's going to close this door now. Sprinkling. But run my cut here. This is the obvious where the connectors go. You can see those connectors there. Okay. See those connectors there. Fuel pump connector. This one goes into it, so you have to disconnect that. It's got a little sealer here, sealing this. I want to go here. Then I want to come around this. I want to leave that structure intact. And then, because the reason I want to go, I might go boom. And it's because I like to try to leave the structural integrity. That's not too important, that plastic here. Maybe come here and then kind of round it off. Because there's some wires, it's a fuel line here. And there's something coming down here. So if I round it here, I don't have to worry about hitting those lines. And plus, if I cut here first, I can begin to see where I'm going. But my idea is thinking, one idea was just to try to cut like that. That was an idea. They've pretty much got this caulked where it is. They're telling you where it is right there. I'm gonna clean this debris up so nothing falls into the tank. I'm gonna get this all cleaned up here with a rag in a second. I'm trying to decide though, do I want to cut this? That's a lot of cutting. My Dremel will make short work of it, but still. Yeah, they should have put, just like the old Mopars, they should have had just a panel right here you can pop up and get to work. But we all know why they did not. So let me brainstorm and we'll get started. So I quickly want to show y'all what I'm doing, where my plan is. I can disconnect these two. We can disconnect these two, okay? This is a negative ground to the fuel pump. It's probably a 10. Take that nut off, disconnect this connector, and then this goes in, okay? That's what this is for, to stop it from going in. You just 4 little tabs, and this will press inward. I'm going to do that so I can get a look in, hopefully through here. And you can see I got the screen up of the brother, what's the brother's name? Shout out to Long N O. Why I gotta be a tough name now? Long N-O Motors. It's a short, but from what I'm seeing, this isn't this just kind of, most people do this, they cut it and that just kind of falls in. I don't know why the brothers do this, I have no idea. But according to that, this should maybe give me a sight line to kind of see what I'm doing. And it's not gonna hurt anything, as far as getting in my way or anything like that. So that's what I'm about to do. You just disconnect the connector. Let's see how this connector goes. If you disconnect one connector, you disconnected them all. Let's see. All right, it's out of our way. And then I said this is a 10. Oh, which one? Don't work that way. Yeah, don't work that way. All right. Oh, don't lose the nut. Stop it, gooners. All right, take that off. We'll just put this nut back on this stud so that it's easy to find. And now I'll be able to push this in, and I'm going to see if it gives me a, see what I'm saying, little cheat code to see what I'm doing up in here. I got my flashlight. Let's see. I'm glad I did. You can literally see the ring, the lock ring. See if I can, y'all see the lock ring there to the left? Yeah, that's the lock ring. So I can see where it is now, and I'm not just cutting blindly. And according to this right here, it's going right here. This is the space I'll need to work freely. So it's about, yeah, it's about half of this thing. So he cut it about right. What he's got visually there, that's about where you're gonna have to cut it. Thing is, like I said, not wanting to cut this off. So to save myself some trouble, I'm going to actually cut around. I'm going to cut around here like this. And also I can see how much room I have to cut. Plenty of, up to this point right here, you can cut freely. You're not going to run into anything. Same thing here. You're not going to run into anything going this way or this way. So now I'm going to try to get going this way so I can begin to hopefully peel this thing back. But yeah, so my plan is to go here, leave this structural integrity, and come across the top here. And then it starts to slope about right up in here. It starts to slope to the middle of the saddle. But yeah, I'm gonna leave the structural integrity here, because I gotta, most people don't have a lock ring tool. I have a lock ring tool, so it makes it a lot easier for me to get that thing off. Remember, you can take away, but you can't put back. So if I get right here and there's some problem, obviously I'll just cut this off too, right? But I'm going to go from here. I'm thinking about starting right here. It's like a little, kind of a little leverage point is what I'm thinking. I don't know, I'm still thinking. But boom, boom. Start right here. Let's get some leverage going. Boom. Come up here, and then go back that way. And then obviously this one, if I want to leave that stud in place. Either, I guess it actually doesn't matter the way I'm going to do it. I actually don't have to, but I might go here or here. I don't know. But anyway, go back that way, then you'll be able to lift it up. So yes, that is a step to it that you want to utilize so you can see where you're going and create a game plan. And just disconnect that and get it out your way. It's not going to be a problem as far as staying out your way. Oh, did that just? Oh, I thought it popped. All right, that was. But yeah, that's how you disconnect your negative too, so you don't have to worry about any of that. All right, let me do a little more thinking and we will get started. VAME. Yo, okay, got it all cleaned up as far as the breeze and all that. So we got a nice clean work area. Worked out a pretty good angle for you all to be able to see. Got my trusty Dremel. Y'all already know this one. This is the 8250 brushless. Lowe's is where you can get this at. Top of the line, wireless. I bought a new metal cutter, premium. I will put the part number right here, or the product number. A lot of good reviews. Wanted something that I had to play no games with. And we're about to give it a shot here. We're going to start. I'm going to start right here. Let me see here. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and start right here. Because I'm going to cut back here and right here. I decided to go around the stud. Don't worry about the stud. This is the route we're going to take. That's the route we're going to take. And back. It's only about this area here, then we should better pull it back, okay? Alright, round one. Fight! Let's go right here. Sparks flying. Make a little entry line. Just so you can see where we're going.
we're just on level 15, by the way. I always promote this because I mean it's just an excellent tool to have. So you can see that line, it's a metal line right there I just made. Kind of drawing myself a map. Let me see if I can take it all the way up to this line here. About as far as it gets before it cuts into this part of the subframe here. We'd like to come right here close, but I don't know if I can. Let me try. Yeah, I just have to cut into this part of the subframe a little bit to get there. That's close enough though. I'm just drawing a line right now, okay? Making myself a little road map. Now I want to go this way up to this slope here. See, I'm gonna turn my light on, but let's see if the light helps y'all. All right, lights on now. Steady grip. That's probably going to be the hardest angle just because it's not, I can't really drop the tool very far because of this slope. That's probably going to be my hardest angle. But we'll figure it out here. Now, like I said, I'm going to follow this slope right here, outside of this, leaving the little seal intact. All right, make a line here. Let's do it. Oh, let me test something before I do that. This is going to run right into this. For it not to, I would have to remove this, but I think I'll be okay. I'll be okay because I can go up some. I can tell you right now, this one, they say it lasts a lot longer than the normal metal ones, and I can already tell you it does. It's not even dulling. So as you can see that line I'm drawing, right? Y'all can see it. Yep, y'all can see that line I'm drawing. All right, now I'm going to draw a line here. This is going to come higher. I'm going to use this, press up against the bottom to give me a straight line. All right, so I'm going to use this brace right here. See that? That's what I'm doing. Here we go. Stop there for now. It only goes back to about this second line here. So if we would have cut all the way over here, we would have been in trouble. That's why it was good to look. That circumference only goes about right over here, right in this area. So I went to the second stanza there. Let me come over a little bit for my line. All right, bring this one up. Okay, now you can see how I've got lines. So the idea is going to be to open it this way. I decided not to come down here, which it'll be okay. If what I just think about. Once I cut through, I should be able to pry it, so I should be okay. The only reason I think about right here, it just makes it easier to pry. I'm thinking about it now. Maybe I should come on right here just for a pry spot. I don't know how well that would work.
Let me think about it while we make this line going this way. Or while we try. I'm testing myself to see what angles I'm going to have to hold my arm hands in to get there. This one's the toughest one because again of this slope right here. So I can't do this. If I got my rig saw, actually I could, but the rig saw doesn't make a clean line. So let's keep going. I think I'll be okay. We'll see. Should I shorten this up some? Definitely going to be the hardest line. Let's go on back. Looks like Christ will put some pause, some coke right here. So you gotta cut through some of that. But as you can see, now we have a road map in place. Y'all should be able to see that pretty clearly. I'm trying to decide if I want to indent just a little bit or not. Trying to see if I want to do like this and like this. I don't know what purpose that might serve. So now again our dilemma is, should I bring this down to create kind of a little lever? I don't think that's going to be necessary though. Don't think it's going to be necessary to do so. Right now, we're going to pry this up. I really want to make it like a little door, so just in case I do it again, I don't have to cut it again. It's kind of why I want to use the tape too instead of the caulk. So again, it won't be as hard to cut, and I can follow my line. But I probably won't even own the vehicle next time it happens. So, but they will definitely see where I cut into it and help whatever wandering soul gets a hold of it. So I'm gonna think it stops my hand there. Can't see this hand. Let me think for just a second. And be right back. Voila. What I decided to do is I'm going to leave it for now. What I'm thinking about, like I said, is just making a little line here, like a hinge, and right here. But I'll leave that for now, and then once I get to it, and if I feel like it needs it, I can do that from that side, and I can add those cuts. This I don't think is going to affect us one way or the other. Being able to pull that, I think it's going to be just as easy once we get these parts pulled back. Again, I think I'll be able to pry in there just as easy as I pry in here, and it actually may be more trouble if I go right there. So let's go ahead and see if we can make our first deep cut into the metal right now. earplugs. This is very loud. This is very loud. Protective goggles, by the way. Perfect line. I think it's it's cutting. We're sliding a little bit. I'm gonna turn it up just a notch. My ears aren't quite ringing, but it is loud. All right, let's go to 20. It's also better for heat, this particular disc. One thing about the higher level is a lot more sparks. A lot more sparks flying. I'm not a fan of all the sparks personally. I just think fire. Let's see something. Try to see if I made a difference in my angle. It doesn't really make a difference. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Just trying to make sure nothing flammable. You know, nothing flammable around you. Watching where my sparks are flying, making sure they're not going nowhere crazy. Alright, we just broke through. And that's why you want to, that's the way I'm doing it, that's how you want to do it. Nice and slow. Do not be in a rush. We literally just now broke through. Alright, so now we got a gap about this wide. What that does, it makes it easier because now I can drop it down and just begin to cut through instead of moving down like I'm filing a nail. So, like butter. See how that fits down in there? Y'all see that? I'm dropping it down in there. I'll put it on 15, see how it does on 15 first. Firm grip. Firm grip, so don't, you know, jake on you. Keep a firm grip, 2 hands, if possible. We're through now, that's why you see me cutting so easily. The head on this, and this thing is still not even, if I was using another one, trust me, it's like the diamond cutter on the O-ring grinder. Not the O-ring grinder, but the piston ring grinder. It's like that diamond cutter, it's the same thing. But it has a little, see that? So that's, it also helps you. It's not going to break on you because of that flexibility. So we got our first cut here. Let me show you. Let me show you that cut real quick. Let's see. Let's see if I can do it this way or not. Let me flip it over. Do it this way. See that first cut? And I'm just gonna cut through. I'll probably do a time, maybe do a time lapse for you, or would y'all rather me pause it? We're not live, so I guess I gotta kind of make the decision for you. My battery is running low, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna you see what I'm doing, you see the line that I made, right? You understand? I want to do it that way so you could just see it works. All I'm doing is following that line now. You see how I've already cut through? That's plenty of space to pry that open, by the way. Plenty of space to pry that open, just for example. See, we'll definitely be able to pry this open, no problem. I'm gonna do the same thing, following this path. I'm gonna go down to right there, and I'm just gonna follow this right here straight to right here. And what I was talking about was just making a little cut here, just like a hinge, just make it easier to lift. But I'm gonna charge my camera and do that, because y'all get it. You don't need to see me take all that time to do that. And then we'll be back when we've uncovered, when we've opened this thing up. Grand opening. VAME. Yo. Alright, so as you can see, I just wanted to see if I could begin the prying process. Let me see if I can swoop down a little bit more. My headlamp, sorry, I got my headlamp. I don't have an extra lamp to put over here right now, but you can see it when I look at it. So I went ahead and made the incision. Actually, let me take this off of here real quick. I'm gonna hold it so I can talk through this. Let's take a look now. That's better, much better. Much better. Okay, so I made the incision. I went ahead and cut it here so it would have more of a hinge to it, like we discussed. So it'll hinge easier, it'll pull up easier. Be forewarned, you'll see it when I pull this all the way up. I want to wait for y'all so we can do this together. But I grazed the top of the gas tank, just barely. I didn't cut through, but I did graze it. If I can see now, if we were to cut here, so just that, like I told you, that first one, and then cut right here at the second one, it's a big slope right there, and you won't even have to worry about hitting the gas tank at all. If we just cut right here, and that's all you need, then it wouldn't even have to worry about it. Everything, you'll see in a second, the wire that's under here. Let's see if I can get it to you. You see, that's like a whole 2 inches away from that. My Dremel is only an inch and a half. That's like 2 inches. As you can see there, there's been plenty of space, and that's where I'm going to show you. You can't see it with this light. I'm going to show you, but I do recommend using the Dremel because it's a lot easier to control. And as you can see, this is all the depth you need. But that gas tank is so close, it's easy to drop down. But if you cut right here, you don't have to worry about grazing that gas tank. Plenty of space on this horizontal line. This vertical one here, the gas tank is right there when you get over there. So I grazed the top of it, we're okay. There's another wire you're about to see, the looms are right here, which you'll hit definitely if you go all the way, keep going. But again, if you go right here, very important to remember, you won't have to worry about hitting that line. And just come about to this, about 3 inches, and that way if you mess up, you can always move forward. But I figured I'll go ahead and see if we can peel this thing up together before I decide maybe if I need to cut right here or something like that. So let's give it a shot. Let's pry this. This metal is pretty easy to move once you got it. It's a little tough to pry because of this. It's you know, so it makes it harder to lift up. But I'm trying to do it with one hand. All right, let me set y'all up now. And then I guess I got 2 hands free and I can move around like I need to move around. See if I can see. Alright, that's good enough. Keep my light on it for y'all. Alright, so I gotta bend this up. Oh yeah. Yeah, that hinge was a good idea. It's doing exactly what I thought it would. It makes it easier for me to push this up. It's plastic. Alright, once you get it going, you're good. I'll show you what I got here in a second. Alright. Yay. Yeah, that hinge was very important. Maybe not, but I feel like it is. Alright, let's take a look. Closer look. There you go. As you can see, there is our lock ring. We got to clean this out. We get some metal and clean up all this metal and debris. Yeah, once I pop it, this will be able to just go out that way, so this won't be a problem. It should be able to just go that way. But as you can see, or can't see, come on, it's almost right. That if you cut right there, if I were you, I would cut here a little bit closer, right where this is. I would cut right here if I had to do it again. That'd probably be better. You could even follow this line here. Zooming in on accident. Hey, you can even follow this line here if you want to, and then come this way. It'll work if you do that too. So there you go. Let me clean this up, and I'll at least disconnect and pop it. I don't know if I'll go all the way because y'all have plenty of videos. You know, you already know how to replace the fuel pump. This video is more so for this process being documented. It's the exact same. Go watch my Prime video. That's my SRT8 Dodge Magnum 07. Go watch my Prime fuel pump video on this page. Easy to find. There's a search feature, and you can see how that works. But let me clean this up before. All I'm going to do is clean it up, and I'm going to show y'all me disconnect these two. And pop this lock ring, I suppose. I'm trying to decide should I end it here, you know, because I mean that's pretty much it. You've seen it. You just reverse what I just did, and you're able to get to your fuel pump. So I make a short out of this to direct traffic to this. But if you've never changed a fuel pump before, maybe, you know, like I said, they're all the same. There's plenty of videos on just changing it. We're gonna disconnect this fuel line, disconnect this connection here, wire connect here. We're gonna put the tool on there, pop it open, take this one out, put the other one in, lock it back, push this down. So what I'm gonna do is just I'll pop back in. Yeah, that's right, I almost forgot. When I put this back down and I seal it off, that's what I'll pop back in and show you, unless, you know, I find something odd. You know how it is, I'll always keep y'all informed. Oh, last thing, but you see how close that wire loom is, and let me show you. That's where I grazed. Just grazed, didn't break it, like I hit the dirt. Just grazed. I'm wiping it away now, as you can see, just barely. So if you want to avoid that, like I said, if you cut here, you can still get this lock ring out of here, but you may not be able to pop your fuel pump out. That's what I'm going to show you next, is to make sure we can get this fuel pump out without having to go into cut into this. If so, I'm gonna cut, I'll just cut here, and that way I can pull this back down. But we're gonna, that's what I need to show you. I need to show you, make sure we can get this fuel pump out with this particular cut, because everybody else cuts through here. But I think we can get it out because the lock ring is bigger than the fuel pump itself. But I think we can get it out. We're gonna see. Let me get this cleaned up and I will be right back. VAME. Yo, just something to note. This is a quick connect fitting, which is much better than the old one. You just press it. You just press the tab. Push it forward a little bit. So, make sure you can see. I really can't see, can you? Let me bring y'all in a little closer. Let me bring y'all in. Let me bring y'all in so you can see what I'm saying. Okay, here we go. This is a quick connect, so you just press. There's a little tab. Doesn't see that? See how these move? Look how these move. All right, you just press it. You push it forward just a little bit, press it, and then pull it off. All right, that's how that quick connect works. This one, just showing you this. You know, some people won't go to the other video, and if you don't know, now you know. I keep on leaning on that. This right here, you know how Chrysler does it. You have to. Where's my doodad? Hopefully it doesn't break. Let you just push this red clip out gently. It'll pop, trust me. Take your time. Some of that doesn't grime out of there. Turn this over. Pop this clip here. They're gonna make me grab my screwdriver. Let me try my finger first. It's about to come out. It's about ready to go. Another little hack is push it from this side. Push it from the opposite side. Why are you being stubborn? There we go. Little hack for you there. Now you can push down that clip right here and you can disconnect it. Shouldn't be any fuel if you've been trying to start it and it won't turn. So it's all you know how you pull the fuel relay and open your gas tank. It's already this gas tank is it's one of those self-closing ones, so it doesn't matter. But only a little, like a few drops of fuel came out. But that's because it's already dry, and that's also a sign that it's the fuel pump too. So, all right, I just wanted to show y'all that. Let me get my. I'm gonna use electrical appliance cleaner. I think I got some. Let me grab it real quick. Yo, here it is. Electronic cleaner. That's what I meant to say. Quick drying formula. Use this to clean it up. I keep on holding my finger on the zoom button. I apologize, y'all. I don't hold this camera often. But yeah, that's what I meant to grab. That's what I'm going to use to clean this up just a little bit. Don't spray any down your gas line or anything like that, but just so you don't mess up any of these connections. It's just always better around electric stuff. That's what I'm going to use to clean this off with. All right, so again, I try to do stuff for dummies. Spray a little bit. Okay, that's all it takes, just a little bit at a time. Easy does it. And then you can start getting rid of all that grime and stuff around there, especially around your electronic parts. All right, that's what I'm about to do. Then I'll be back. VAME. Yo, for those who don't watch my fuel tank lock ring video, this is the lock ring. This is my extension breaker bar. breaker bar, lock ring. This is all it is. Not lock ring, but the lock tool. That's all it is. Place it on there. This does limit being able to place it in this direction, by the way. Place that on there. And we're going to go to the left. Again, you can pretty much do it single-handed because all the leverage I have on the breaker bar. Or maybe I spoke too soon. Oh, wait a second. I'm not going to the left. Sorry, y'all. We're going to the right. But you can see how easy that is. Using one hand, left-handed. There you go. Real easy with. That's why they say get that tool, because it makes this super easy. All right. One of my favorite tools. One of my favorite tools. Favorite investments. You're talking $30. Put it back the same way. And makes it a lot easier. Uh-oh. Pop right up. That will pop up because remember that's holding it down. I forgot. The reason I didn't want it to pop up is because I haven't finished cleaning off the dirt. I got a vacuum, see. That's how I got it so clean. Got my Kirby over here. So get you some type of vacuum, whatever it may be. These are the best vacuums in the world, by the way. And so that dirt doesn't fall in your tank. Okay. So I'm gonna vacuum that dirt up. Yo, I've actually got this little, see, it's nice and clean. I got this little snake tool right here, by the way, that comes with, that I bought for my Kirby. Just FYI, just a little tidbit. You can get something like that. It'll really help you get everywhere you need to go in those nooks and crannies. Now there's gonna be a little dirt left where the O-ring is. You see that little dirt right there. I'm not going to disturb it. So once you pull this out, then we'll get to that dirt right there. Why clean up an old part that you're about to throw away? Listen, again, it's not about the part. It's about you don't want dirt falling in your fuel tank. You've done all this to avoid the dealership and avoid, you know, having to take it to an auto shop or something. If you do this, you will literally undo everything you've done. So now we're about to see if we can pull this out successfully. Let me set you up, maybe put you on a better angle so you can see while I pull this out. Yo, all right, grab your little pan or something to put your old pump in, catch all the gas. And I also grabbed a few more rags just in case, just for gas. All right, let's moment of truth. Pop this thing out. This is what we've been all waiting for, to see if we can successfully maneuver this past the metal. And we are past the metal, so we're in business. Full of gas, by the way. Full of gas. All right, let's connect it to something I know. Let's see what's connected where. Alright. A little, looks like that hose is connected inside. Something, yeah, the little, the hose that goes to the delivery on the other side is holding us in right now. So we've got to solve this problem, because it's not gonna. Now that's why we do this, because you wouldn't know if I didn't tell you. I'll tell you this part. It's a little different, I think. Let's see. Okay, there we go. And we've got some gas. Got some gas draining out. I'm gonna let that drain. That's why we get all that dirt out the way right there, so we can maneuver and not worry about anything falling in the tank. That's why we do it. Because if not, it'd be dirt everywhere right now. Let me show y'all what we got going on here. Let me show you. Okay, so that's where it's connected. It looks like some type of quick fit. I'm just letting this gas drip off. But you can see it will come out. Just figuring out how we're going to disconnect this is all. But that's what's going on. Trying to keep it so y'all can see. Now, mind you, this would be easier if this was not in the way. FYI, we cut right here. Like I'm telling you, this would not be in the way at all. And I'm gonna try to make this work. So I'm showing you how to make it easier on yourself. I would cut it where I cut it. It didn't cut through. Like I said, be careful. I wouldn't cut it here, so you got room to work like you see me doing. I would cut it just like I cut it. But I would cut this closer right here just to give us a little bit more wiggle room. I'm gonna try to make it work. I'm gonna see if I can make this work without doing so. But it's just a matter of me getting my hand positioned there. Let's see. It's rotating for us. Yeah, some type of way that holds on there. I'm gonna need two hands for sure. But it's just a matter of taking that fitting off, okay? I don't know if I can really show y'all this, but we're just disconnecting that fitting. Let me see if I can pull this out a little bit more. Yo, let me show you the progress. So I was able to get it turned further. Come out some. So just showing you what I'm working with. That's how we'll go back in. So we got plenty of space to see it now. Basically, it's just two ears. Wish I could show y'all better. I can't. It's just two little ears. Though that brown, you see that little brown part here? Those, what you see that tab there is two. It's one just like that on the other side. It's just two ears. You squeeze them together, and it looks like this little black lock is the fitting, and it'll come off of there. So let me see. I'm squeezing them now, and looks like it's trying to come loose. Yeah. Oh, okay. You squeeze them, and this part. This is a good design. This is actually a great, intelligent design. See that? See how it loosened up? You just squeeze those two. This loosens up, and then this loosens up. The good part about this is how much gas drained out when I was doing that. Hold up. Okay, I showed y'all that part. I'm doing that with one hand, y'all. So let me pause it and go ahead and pull this out here. Let me just put you. Let me put you over here. Actually, I'm tripping. Okay, here we go. Hey, hey. All right. All right, this comes way. Actually, this comes further out than I thought. Yeah, disconnect that quick fit, and I'm trying to let all this gas just drain off back in there. I'm just wasting it. We'll sop it up in a second. Got it unlocked. Just gotta pull it, I think. The floater out. Alright. Actually, y'all can actually probably see. See that? Yeah. Hold up. Gas falling. That's why you bring the towels. That was silly. There we go. Alright, there's that fitting right there. Let me see. It won't retract or anything like that. But I'll put it so it don't fall back in. It wants to fall back in. Alright, it's just sitting in the gas. It's not, I can see it. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all what we got. Oh. There you go. Pretty clean. One little speck of dirt ain't gonna hurt nothing. I ain't gonna worry about that. Pretty clean. Oh, my knee is hurting. I got these pads. My knee is still hurting a little bit. Been sitting like this for hours. So, all right, let's clean up this gas around here and move this ring. There's the O-ring. The debris falling off from that. There you go. Piece of advice: just let that gas drain back in there, so you don't waste too much gas, like you heard me doing. Now we're gonna clean up this gas. The thing is, there's some mud around it a little bit, so I'm just gonna clean up this area here. I need 2 hands, so I don't knock dirt and mud back in there. Yo, for my next trick. So I got it all cleaned up. Alright. Wiped it thoroughly. Not only means thoroughly, but carefully. As you can see, I had 2 little bits of specks of dirt fall, and you can see how easily that goes to the bottom. I'm gonna show you my little trick. Paper towels. I just take a paper towel and I plunge my hand in there and I swipe to see what I can get. So let's do that. It's gonna burn your gloves, so make sure you got some more gloves, because it's gonna burn your gloves up, because gas burns. So paper towel, and I just plunge it down in there and see if, just wipe the bottom and see if I can get a little bit of that dirt. I get cleaning the table. See that? That's a little trick of the trade. Just so it ain't all clumped up. You ain't gonna get all of it. I'm gonna go again with a fresh one. We'll do another swipe here. Do another swipe. Bounty. The Swiffer, this is not Bounty, but I wish I had Bounty at the moment. Okay, just try to get some of that dirt if you can. And And there you go. Like a little bit of it will spread, just a tiny bit of it's gonna spread, but the filter will catch that. There you go. That's my little trick for cleaning the. That's the main reason, by the way, they want you to drop the tank, is to service the tank, clean it out, so you can reach in there and do what you need to do to get it all cleaned up and all those angles and stuff. That's really why that's the main reason for dropping the tank. But yeah, that's actually a part of the service. And then liability, you know, because of something, if it gets dirty, then remember, your new fuel pump can fail due to the dirt. But you saw my little trick, it's not gonna fail due to dirt based off of that, so we're good to go. Let's drop the new fuel pump in here. I think I'm gonna change gloves here. Put those over there. Grab this paper. Walk with me. All right. New fuel filter here. 1 second. Not fuel filter, but fuel pump. La. Change gloves because gas does the glove. You'll have gas inside that glove. Just FYI, I'm changing gloves, okay? Because you'll have gas in your glove. You don't want that gas sitting on your hand. Wipe your hands off. Wash them if you can. I'll wash them when I'm all done, but just wipe that gas off your hands. I just want to say that. La. Yo, all right. Fuel pump is in, tested, it's running. Long story behind that. I may get into that in another video, I may not. That's a different topic for a different day. But I'm about to show you all, as promised, the reseal process. I've shown you how I got here. I showed you some of the fuel pump stuff, even though I wasn't going to. Now we're gonna walk through the resealing process. Again, this is my first time doing this. I was going over pricing in my head. I was like, if I charged somebody for this, what would I charge? And maybe I'll discuss that at the very end. I think I'll discuss that at the very end. Let's save that. Hopefully I'll remember. If I don't, somebody hit me in the comments and say, hey, yo, yes sir, you can call me Joe if you can't pronounce my name. You know, Elohemi. There we go. Yo, Elohemi. You never went over your pricing. Alright, so what I'm experiencing right now is, you know, it's kind of warped out of place, so it's not wanting to go back. If I could push this back, it'll seal pretty close. It's barely a, as you can see, the incision is very small. It's kind of shifted this way just a bit. Let me see if I can maybe push it back down some. I'm trying to catch my carpet there. That carpet is very fragile. See if I can push it back this way some. Yeah, it looks like it's flexed out of position a bit. So that's something to be aware of. Let's see if I can. Let me grab my hammer. Let me grab my dead blow hammer and see if we can knock that down. La. Yo, so I grab both hammers just in case. Let's see. Just trying to see if I can just it's been very stubborn, very stubborn. Let's see. Yeah, it's just been flexed so much there. Let's see here. That flex has warped it to where trying to avoid losing too much insulation here. And it's right, it's where it flexed on the where it's bent. The insulation is coming off. Let's see, up here it's bent a little bit. See if that helps it some. Don't cut yourself. Yeah, it's just look at that. See, it's straight there. It's a little warped up top. If I can get it to, see, it'll stay down if I can get it underneath the plastic there. But I have to get it to, see that separation on this side? That's where it's like it's shifted up a little bit. Which ain't a bad thing if I can just get this part down. There we go. Okay. So now it's just, you know, it's just sitting there. You can see that gap to where it kind of shifted, I guess. I guess I could have did a better, spent a little more time pulling this just now that I think about it. Let's see how hard it'll be to get this back out if I want it to. Don't like it to be too crazy. Carpet's in my way of my leverage here, but there you go. You can pop it back out. So, can make yourself a little door. Let me see if I can pull this way just a little bit though. And that shift will make it easier on us. I can get it to shift a little bit. Which is not really wanting to do. I actually don't need this hammer. I need my small hammer now. Lift it up a little bit. Ah, there we go. So y'all see what I did just now? That will push it that way. Yep, that will push it that way for you. So metal, the most metal lost for whatever reason. I guess, you know, that shift. Yeah, it's that shift going this way. That's what that is. Well, this is not sitting flush. The reason that's a bit of an issue is because I'm gonna, again, we have tape. I'm gonna use flex tape here in a minute. You can hear it popping past the metal and trying to cut my hand. But see, it's now it's flexed down a little too far. So that's going to be good enough. That's why I want to do with flex tape anyway, because it's going to be, I think it's going to be easy to find the line and all that type of stuff. Now, let's grab the flex tape here. Let's grab the flex tape here, which, as you can see, showed you earlier. Seen the infomercial, said let's give it a shot. Patch, bond, seal, repair, seals out water, air, and moisture. So I figured this will be, you know, an application that's not too demanding. You know, as far as any type of pressure or anything like that, you gotta deal with none of that. You know, we pray no floods. But this is for boats, so, you know, just in case you did ever get in a situation where you submerged a bit, it should hold. This is how this opens, by the way. Comment if you wondered how this tape works. It's definitely sticky, because even the top, even the part I'm pulling off right here is sticky. That's like sticking to my glove. Dang. Now, get this in a minute. Alright, now, they say that it's like a double-sided tape. It's not double-sided tape, but where you have one side, you know, one side of the tape that's not sticky. So that's how we're able to put it on. Instructions say, cut, peel, stick, and seal. Leave backing on tape. Leave backing on tape. Cut out the desired size. Use stamp sharp knife to cut or razor blade. Remove backing and apply to a clean surface. That's what I've already got, is a clean surface. Maybe double check to make sure we got a clean surface here, y'all. It's not yet, it's sticking as soon as I set it down here. Right there. It's gonna have to, some of it's gonna be right here. So this is some of the steel particles. See, that's from all that cutting right there. So making sure we got a clean surface for it to stick to. Wipe that again. This caulk may be actually, now I think about it, that caulk may be a bit of an issue. We will see. We will see. Alright, now we got a clean surface. Stick. Press down firmly on clean surface. Press down firmly on clean surface using your fingers, plastic squeeze or roller. I'm going to use my fingers on this. If I don't like what I see, I will grab a squeeze of some sort, like a card or something. Let's get my trusty friend out here. Okay. Alright, we are now in. Now what I have for cutting, these Duralast heavy duty auto scissors from AutoZone. These have cut. I haven't found anything these can't cut. I'm telling you, they are super powerful. So it should definitely make short work of this tape. The only challenge I'm seeing is really my glove itself being so a little bit sticky. Okay, so you get, when you peel it, see that first strip line there for you to hold on to so you don't get stuck to it. Yeah, that's where you peel the backing tape. That's where you peel the tape off right there. So that's what's going on there. You see it's uh-oh, almost dropped it. You see how wide that is? So it's gonna be more than enough to cover and seal. I don't see it being a problem at all. Let's start here. This is great because we'll be able to come right down here. Let's measure it. We're gonna go from here all the way. Let's start all the way over here and we'll stop right here. So we're gonna cut it right here. That's our desired size. It's so sticky, y'all. It's getting stuck to my scissors. My razor blade might be better because of how sticky this is. Yeah, probably better to use a razor blade because it wants to stick to my scissors. It wants to stick to my scissors here. Oh, razor blade is in the house. Okay, there we go. Alright, I'll set you to the side. Get you. Alright, here's our first piece. Okay, this is the backing tape. Look how sticky that is. Okay, but I'm just going to remove a little bit so I can control it. Back up, it's a little sticky. There we go. Alright, I'm going to hold it like this so I can pull this as I go. I'm setting it right here as we planned. Pushing it kind of up against the thing there, right here. Okay. Now I'm going to pull the tape as I go. So as you can see, I got my tape. You see that? That's the back in there. And then just take my hand. The stuff is super sticky, man. Like, so you'll be able to, like, you see that's not moving. And I want something that conforms because I can find my cut line easily and just take a razor blade. You see what I'm saying? If I want to get back in here, I'll literally just take a razor blade and cut where my line is, and I can just lift it up like that. So, alright, go ahead and pull the rest of this backing, and smooth this out. It wants my gloves. It wants my gloves bad. Alright. You know what I just realized? We can't, my stud is right here. I'm going to make a little hole for the stud there. You see? Now you can see there's a little gap. I mean, not a gap, but that little space where the metal is hanging down. So this also makes it where that doesn't matter. And like I said, I'm going to make a little... Okay, it poked right through it. The stud poked right through it, so we'll still be able to use that screw. Another positive there. Stud came right through it. So that means it's not going to be hard to cut. Remember, it takes 24 hours to fully cure. So then it'll be at its strongest after 24 hours. So all we do is do a good job of making sure it is sealed. Just making sure it's sealed. Mainly here, not so much there, but mainly just up in the parts where it needs to stay down. Yeah, I don't have any doubts that this is pretty much going to do its job, except for, like I said, this part here, if something were to happen, it can kind of seep. Just because it's might come from underneath the tape. That would be something I would say could be a possibility. But other than that, this makes a really good seal. Now I could just take another piece of tape and go across here, and basically problem solved. So, okay. See if we can do it without the puller now. Now I don't have the piece to pull it off. I'm trying to see how I'm going to get to it. Trying to see how I'm going to get to it. Yeah, okay. Alright, no problem. Now I can show y'all. No problem. You can still get to the next piece. Just take your fingernail or whatever, and you can get to that next piece. So here we're going to cut. We're going to select from here to here. Boom. Right under that middle piece there. Right here. Alright, gotta cut it there now. Alright, where are my scissors? Okay, let's try this cut. I'll get some more volume here. So you grab your, I don't want to go get my razor blade, so I'm just using this. But it is easy, probably easier to cut as far as it sticking to your blade with a razor blade. Definitely normal scissors is not going to do it. So don't grab a normal pair of scissors thinking you're going to do what I'm doing. That's why I showed you these are not normal scissors. Okay. Alright. These are not normal scissors, be advised. Okay, on our plastic. Put it on, I think, our square latch. There's our latch. There's our seal. Easy peasy. This is how we're sealing it back up. Might make this 2 videos. The first one be cutting it, second one be sealing it. Might make it 2 videos. I don't know. Alright, we got the hang of it now. So now we're gonna come this way. This is gonna be a tough seal because that metal's sticking up right here. And I want to cut through the tape. I wish I could get this metal to go under here, but I don't think it's going to happen. No, I'm actually beating down the metal above it, so it's not doing what I want it to do. I don't want to put it up against the tank too much. Let me reflex this. There we go. See that? Now it's below it. Now I'm going to take my hammer and I'm going to hit it again. Oh! Now it's holding it in place. See that? Y'all can see what I just did live. A little bit of carpet fell here. Remember, you got to keep it a clean surface for the seal, for the tape. A lot of dust and particles everywhere. Just keep wiping it. Keep your rag. Keep wiping it. Trying to keep this from deteriorating before my eyes, but it's doing it anyway. Okay. It's just the insulation. You need that insulation, so. Alrighty, let's go up the hill here. I love y'all, man. I'm just standing straight up with my back hunched with my tripod here so y'all can see. So I feel like I'm kind of labored breathing, that's why. We're gonna go from here all the way turned up right by this down to I guess we'll go ahead and go for the seal. We'll go for the seal. We'll come right here. When I say go, we'll go right here. When I say go for the seal, I just mean there's a little gap underneath the tape here from where the metal is sitting downward, and I don't want to leave any space for anything to come through. So I'm going to take it all the way over here so the tape seals to itself and creates another floor. That makes sense. Overlap, I guess, is a easier word, but we know we don't do easy here. Now do we? No, we do the impossible. Alright. Yeah, just sticking to my scissors again. Let go of my scissors. Now, if you are going to use scissors, again, Duralast, AutoZone, those are the ones. Automotive. Those are the ones to use. Okay. I don't know why this tape is sitting like this, but I'll take it because it's going to make it a little easier to get to here. Did I speak too soon? Oh, there we go. There we go. We have entry. Okay. Let's start it up top here. Got my plastic out the way. Let's start where I said we were going to start. Ooh, right here. There we go. Yeah, right here. Alright. And we're going to come straight down the pike. Plastic is in the way. Push as I peel. Push as I peel. Seal as I peel. That's what I'm going to say. Seal as you peel. Oh, just FYI, make sure you test your fuel pump like I did. I test drove it. Full disclosure, I've done this twice now. When you put the little fuel where it connects to the fuel pressure, you gotta make sure it clicks. If you don't, it'll shoot off of there when you try it. Don't ask me how I know, but do all your testing before you seal it, okay? So that way you're ready. That's how I'm sure what I'm about to do. Stud is in the way again. Yeah, now that'll create a nice seal right there. Stud is in the way again, but we should be able to push it down over the top. But again, try it. It worked. It worked. All right, there you go. Nice and flat there. Plastic wants to be in my way. And seal on that side. This is good, y'all, because like I said, all I gotta do is take a razor blade and I can cut through this and open this right back up. So we've created our own door. I haven't seen anybody else do this on YouTube, so like I said, I expect this video to do well. I really do. I'm glad to help. Thank you is enough for me, and then I'm just gonna say you're welcome. That's it. That measure. And because this is so wide, this is going to cover all of this. So we're going to run this down the length. Literally from covering the rest of this crack right here, sealing that all the way. We're going to run it all the way to the black tape over here. All the way across, so that back line is sure to have no issues. Yeah, we're gonna come all the way across. We're gonna go all the way to right here. So now that little cut I told you about, if anything were to leak in, it's gonna get caught by the tape, by the flex seal. All right. What's his name, by the way? Let me shout him out before we. What's the brother's name that they attribute? Because you never know who actually invented it. I digress, so we may progress. But let's see the brother they attributed the invention of the flex tape to. He shot him out. Alright, another good cut. Brother Phil Swift. Y'all probably seen him before. Brother Phil Swift. Shout out to Brother Phil Swift for the flex tape. You making my life a lot easier, brother. Shout out. Alright, get our last peel going. And it's easy, just all I'm not doing anything special, y'all. I'm just taking my yo, forgive me for whatever reason. My camera said battery overflow. I never got that message before. So I didn't get to show you me doing the last strip, but kind of redundant at this point. You get the point. So we are done. Now all we got to do is reverse everything, pull the carpet back down. You know how that goes. Put the seat back in, reverse it. You already know how, what you saw, do it in reverse. But the main character here is now finished. Fuel pump replaced. My vehicle is running. This is how you seal it, using the flex seal, flex tape. And yeah, we are back on the road. With that, I will see y'all on the next one. Please like, share, subscribe. I have not seen this video done in this format at length, at nauseum, if you will. Haven't seen it, so please sit down by it. Try to get y'all a better clothes here. Oh, I almost forgot. I don't know if y'all can really see me. Let me do this. Use a little trick, parlor trick here. It was a long, starry night. Let's see. Oh, I'm holding my strap wrong. Can you see me? There we go. There's the focus. So, I mean, it is like a scary movie working on these cars sometimes. All my shade trees, my DIYers, I know y'all are laughing. So, but yeah, one thing I said I was gonna say, if I was charging for this, I would charge about $700. Here's why. You're looking at $200. Well, you're looking about $300 if you get the part from Rock Auto. Okay. I wasn't able to get it from Rock Auto. Full price is gonna be about $500. I got a $100 discount at Napa, but if I can't get a discount, $500. Now, dealership is going to charge you $500. You already know that. You might, in the lesser chains, they're going to just show you Rock Auto. So I would charge $300 for the part, but if the customer doesn't have time, $400 to $500, depending on what. So 500 or 300, they're going to say 300 most likely, but they're short on time, $500. That's the only thing that will raise my price to $900, but we're going to go with the 300. Now, labor is going to be about 2 hours. About 2 hours worth of labor. That's just physical exertion. So now you're at 500. I said about 3 hours. Removing that seat, cutting it, you're going to be about $500. Tools, supplies, you know how that goes, 100, and then I would charge 100 for the skill. So, you know, what I know that you don't know. Tools, what I know that you don't know, $700 total. If you go to a chain, just for example, like a Pep Boys, they're probably going to be around 1,000 at best, and then the dealership, of course, the dealership is going to just shoot you to the moon. You're probably looking at least 15, right? At least $1,500. You already know how they do it, because I know they charge like 10 hours to drop the tank, drop the exhaust, and pull the fuel tank. I mean, drop the exhaust, drop the drive shaft, drop the fuel tank, clean it. It's gonna be about $1,000 just in labor alone. They're gonna charge you full price for the part. You're already at $500, taxes, $600, disposal. You see what I'm saying? You're already looking at possibly a $1,600 to $2,000 job at the dealership. Stealership, forgive me, my do-it-yourselfers and economic enthusiasts. So that's why I charge $7. What I would tell my customer is, here's what I'll do for you though. If you can find another shade tree mechanic, aka, you know, anyone to do it for less, just do me one favor, give me a chance to beat the price. That's all. Just let me know. If I can beat it, I'll beat it. You see what I'm saying? I doubt you'll probably find someone to do it for less, but that doesn't mean that it's less work. You understand what I'm saying? Doing it for less doesn't mean it's less work. It just means they're going to do it for less because maybe they need $1. So at that point, at least I'll have the option of turning it down, or maybe trying to knock off 100, 600, something like that. But trust me, y'all, if you charge like $5 for this,
which is still good money. Like if I'm in a bind, I go for it, you know what I mean? But you're gonna be like, dang, I should have charged a little bit more for that. Trust me. Cause you never know, rain, timelines, you got all these things. I did this in the rain, y'all. So I had to set up camp like I showed you. So it's just a lot of variables. You know how that goes. 700 just covers everything. You feel good about the job, you feel good about the labor, and then you're good to go. So I said I was gonna discuss that. I discussed it. That's all I got for you. I appreciate you all. Again, like, share, subscribe, comment. I'd like to hear y'all's feedback. Make this video go up, man, because I feel like a lot of people need that. Saving people money and time, cost effective, all the good stuff. And with that, I'll see y'all on the next one. Yeah. T5. Peace. Peow.